Have you ever wondered why your heart never fell in love, not even once? You felt things deeply, watched love bloom in others. But for you, nothing ever clicked. That's not dysfunction, that's psychology. And it turns out the quiet people who've never been in love aren't broken. They're often the ones who think, feel, and protect the most. Let's unpack the hidden psychology behind hearts that haven't fallen yet. There's a certain kind of loneliness that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from watching everyone else fall in love while your own heart stays still. You see love everywhere, in the quick glance exchanged between strangers, the subtle hand resting on a partner's back, the soft exhale when someone feels safe in another's presence. You notice these things, you feel their beauty, their intimacy, their rhythm. Sometimes it moves you so deeply you wonder if you've already tasted love just by witnessing it. And yet, you remain outside of it, not cold, not untouched, just unopened. It's a quiet ache, like being fluent in a language you've never spoken aloud. You understand the meaning, the emotion, the nuance, but when the moment comes for your own heart to respond, it doesn't. Not because you don't want to fall, but because something inside you holds back for reasons even you struggle to explain. So you start wondering, is there something wrong with me? Why do I feel so much but never fall? Why does love seem to arrive for everyone else while I stay still? But what if you're not broken? What if your heart simply works in a way the world doesn't recognize? Let's go deeper, gently, carefully. Because the truth isn't simple, but it is kind. Some people move through life as emotional observers. They study connection before participating in it. They learn from what they see. The high of infatuation, the quiet decay of resentment, the sharp silence after a fight. They don't rush toward love. They observe it like a scientist, like a storyteller, like a survivor. This is the observer's curse, the gift of emotional foresight that can feel more like a weight than a skill. It's not hesitation out of fear, it's calculation born from emotional precision. And for some, it's more than observation, it's wiring. If you're what psychologists call a highly sensitive person, the world hits you more intensely. Loud rooms overwhelm you, conflict shakes you for days, and love, real, raw, unpredictable love. It doesn't feel like a light thrill, it feels like standing at the edge of an emotional earthquake. When love carries that much weight, the heart becomes cautious, not unwilling, just unable to leap until safety is established. This is the heart of a slow burner or someone on the demisexual spectrum. You don't feel attraction instantly. You need to feel known before you feel drawn. For you, chemistry isn't about how someone looks or what they say. It's about how they make you feel in quiet moments, how they laugh, how they soften, how they exist when they're not trying to impress you. But here's the twist. This kind of heart often carries an intelligent form of protection. You've seen the fallout of emotional carelessness, the breakups, the betrayals, the burned bridges. You can spot manipulation before it finishes the sentence. You sense emotional instability before it spills. So your heart doesn't just sit idle, it calculates, it waits, it listens. Not because it's cold, but because it knows how hot love can burn. And underneath all of this, there might be something deeper still, attachment wounds you didn't know were there. Maybe your early experiences of connection were inconsistent. Maybe love was conditional. Maybe trust was betrayed softly or suddenly. And now your nervous system doesn't chase emotional intensity. It craves emotional safety, not butterflies, not sparks. Safety, and that changes everything. Imagine standing still in a world that keeps moving. Friends fall in love, they get engaged, they cry over breakups, they plan weddings, and you watch. not from a place of envy, but from a place of mystery. Why hasn't it happened for me? The answer isn't visible because it lives inside the way you process emotion. You feel too deeply, notice too much, and refuse to fake connection. And in a world that rewards fast affection, your slow burning honesty is misunderstood. People say you're too picky, but what they don't see is that your pickiness isn't about perfection, it's about protection. You've built emotional criteria, tall, high reaching standards that look like preferences, but are actually shields. You expect unwavering maturity, instant understanding, zero conflict. Not because you think love should be easy, but because you're terrified of what happens if it goes wrong. Because for you, choosing love isn't a small step, it's a full body leap. And if you leap into the wrong arms, you won't just stumble, you'll shatter. So you wait. Not because you're incapable of loving, but because you know what love will demand of you. And you're not willing to give that depth to someone who can't hold it. And while you wait, the world moves louder. The social clock ticks. Holiday dinners come with quiet questions. So, anyone special in your life? And suddenly, it's not just about your inner pace, it's about feeling left behind. But here's the truth: you're not behind. You're just moving in a rhythm the world doesn't hear. This is where your story turns. Because the world has misunderstood you, and maybe so have you. You're not emotionally delayed, you're emotionally reserved, and that's a strength. While others may have given themselves away, too quickly lost parts of themselves in chaos, burned out their emotional capacity in mismatched relationships. You have been preserving something, your emotional bandwidth, your clarity, your self trust. You know what love should feel like. You've just never settled for what it's not. You've built your own emotional architecture, foundations of self awareness, independence, resilience. You know how to self soothe. You know how to be alone without feeling lonely. That's not emptiness, that's depth. And when love finally reaches a heart like yours, it won't be shallow, it won't be dramatic, it won't be forced. It will be calm and true and transformative because what you've been building quietly, privately, is the kind of love that lasts. You are not unlovable. You are not broken. You are not too much or too hard to reach. You are simply a flower that hasn't bloomed yet. And flowers don't bloom on command. They bloom when the season is right. So if your heart has never fallen in love, don't rush it. Don't shame it. Don't try to force a feeling you were never meant to fake. Some people fall in love easily. Some fall in love often. Others, they fall once, but when they do, it changes everything because they didn't just fall in love. They built it from trust, from truth, from quiet recognition. Love for you won't feel like a high speed chase. It will feel like coming home. And when it finally finds you, your heart won't apologize for taking its time because it wasn't waiting out of fear. It was waiting out of honesty. So let it bloom whenever it's ready because a flower never apologizes for the season it blossoms in, and neither should you. Do you ever feel like your heart is waiting for something deeper than the world offers? Do you wonder why love hasn't arrived yet, even though you feel so much inside? Do you ever worry that you're falling behind, even though some part of you knows you're just on a different path? If this story resonated, remember to like the video, subscribe, press the bell icon, and share it with someone who might need it. Our other stories should be appearing on your screen. Now watch them next, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with a brand new video.